back to Ohio, and we're going to look at the District 11 congressional race. So I have a question. Tell me why every time a progressive candidate runs in any race to hold any sort of federal office, the establishment on both sides of the aisle has to get involved and does everything they can to disrupt and back candidates in opposition that are just going to go along with their corporatist neoliberal agenda. Tell me why. The answer, I have it. Ready? It's very simple. Money, power, and control over the broader working class. That's it. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Ohio's 11th congressional district is having an election. It's like a week away or something like that. It's coming up quick. The front runner in that race is a progressive candidate, Nina Turner. Worked for the Bernie Sanders campaign in 2016. She has been a champion and a voice for the working class, a voice for the Green New Deal, a voice for Medicare for All, a voice against political corruption, Wall Street, everything like that. She is a true champion of the working class. If I could vote for her, I would, but I don't live in that district, so I can't vote for her. Sorry. Anyway, she is looking like the front runner in that race. Well, that goes against what the establishment has planned. So who's getting involved? Fucking everyone. Everyone is getting involved in this race. They are dumping thousands, hundreds of thousands of dark, corrupt, gross money into this race to back a different candidate, right? So her opponent that they're backing, her name is Shontel Brown. And to be fair to Shontel, I don't know anything about her, okay? She might be a good lady. Maybe. I don't know. But if she has the backers that she has and the corporate money that she has, I'm not going to vote for her anyway if I could. So listen to this. A bunch of PACs that normally donate to Republican candidates are pumping tons of money into Shontel Brown. One person to note here, this is from The Intercept, is New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft has individually donated the election maximum amount of $5,800 to Brown's campaign, and his family has contributed in total over $20,000 to this campaign. What? Why? He was like a huge Trump guy in 2016 and in 2020. Donated to his campaign multiple times. Public Trump guy. But now he and his family are contributing over $20,000 to a Democratic primary race in Ohio for one fucking seat in the federal legislature. That's how much money you're going to put in? It gets worse. Jim Clyburn is also pumping a bunch of money into it, and fucking Hillary Clinton herself and her PACs and all of her corporate bullshit money is going into Shontel Brown's race. Why? I'll tell you why. Jim Clyburn or James Clyburn or George, I don't fucking know his first name. I'll put a picture of him on the screen right there. There he is. Jimmy or James or Jones. I don't know his fucking first name, but Clyburn's his last name. That motherfucker takes more money from Big Pharma than anyone else in Congress. Gee, I wonder why he wants to get involved in this race. Weird. Maybe because Nina Turner is a huge advocate for Medicare for All? No. And for the Hillary Clinton part of it, Nina Turner has been a huge adversary for Wall Street and dark corporate PAC money. And who's the queen of Wall Street, or used to be at least when she was relevant? Hillary Clinton. So she's going to throw her hat into the race, right? And throw her money around. And why are the Republicans getting involved? Because now, if Nina Turner wins, that would be just another progressive squad member in the progressive caucus. I don't know how many there are now. 10, 12. I'm talking about Ilhan, AOC, Cori Bush, Ro Khanna, kinda. The progressive voices. Well, if Nina Turner goes in, now they have now, but without Nina Turner, legitimate leverage power to, if they sort of coalesce together and say for legislation X, we're going to withhold our 10 or 12 votes unless we get our provisions in there. You know how the Republicans do every single time they want something done. They actually know how to use their leverage and actually know negotiation tactics. I wish the progressives would do that. I fucking wish they would. Maybe instead of voting present on giving the fucking Capitol Police billions of more dollars, you just vote no and blow up the whole bill. That's one example. But now with Nina Turner, they have another person. They have another member of the caucus that could severely disrupt any sort of legislation that comes out of either the Republican Party or the Democratic Party if it doesn't have progressive agendas in there. Childcare, universal 2-year public college, Medicare for all, climate change provisions, anything like that. If it's not in specific legislation, having 10 or 12 or 13, I don't know off the top of my head however many there are, but having that many votes taken away from that legislation, with Congress being as split as it is right now, the Democrats in the House, I believe, hold like a 3-seat majority, and in the Senate, it is completely 50-50. The Democrats technically have a majority because the president of the Senate would get the tie-breaking vote, and she's a Democrat. So with it being so tight, 50-50, if Nina Turner comes in and wins, that's another progressive voice and another progressive caucus member that then they could use legitimate leverage power to actually get what they want, get what the broader American people want, ending the wars, bringing our troops home, Medicare for all, a large climate bill, the PRO Act, union support. I mean, the legalization of marijuana, anything you can think of that most Americans want, right? Here's another voice in that race, in that caucus. That is why there are hundreds of dark money groups and corrupt money and political assholes and corporate shills and big pharma simps. That is why they're pumping a bunch of money in this race. Not because Shontel Brown's a good candidate choice, and maybe she is. I don't know. But like I said before, I don't know anything about her. But the fact that she is willing to take all of this dark money, that, in my opinion, says a lot. And in my opinion, just on that alone, I'm not going to vote for that person because I can't trust that person. Making sense now? That's why. By the way, that race that I was talking about, a Nina Turner situation, it's very, very, very soon, like within the next week or so. So if you're listening to this and you live in the 11th congressional district, that's like the Cleveland, it's weird how it's split. It's like a weird, if you picture a map of Ohio, I'll put a picture in the video version of the show of the 11th district, and you can see how it's gerrymandered. It's fucking dumb how it's gerrymandered. But if you happen to live in that district and you are registered as a Democrat or an independent, go fucking vote for this. Go fucking vote for Nina Turner. Okay, go do it. Because you're voting against Shontel Brown. I don't know anything about her. Maybe she's a good lady. But let's say you're voting against Rob Kraft and his $20,000 campaign and Jim Clyburn's fucking pharma money and Hillary Clinton's corrupt Wall Street ass. That's who you're voting against. Okay? That. So get on it.